what's going on? Man United 2, Man City. Listen, hold. I say hold that. The footages is there. Look for the footages. I've been telling people 2-1. We're far off from it, but we could still win the FA Cup. Something could happen. We could do a madness that day. Yeah, I would like to. What? Very sure. We'll see what happens. Innit?
We win the FA Cup, yeah. That's that's back-to-back titles, mate. So you
ain't winning the FA Cup. You are not winning the FA Cup.
That's right.
You lot are going to be on the 10-minute train drive home from that cup final within.
Kieran McKenna's a better manager.
You know, if fuck off. Remember this shit, because if we do, yeah, now you got to call him. Now, yes,
What do you mean if?
Yes, because he would have won more titles. He would have more silverware than Arteta.
Penalties. We went on pens.
Took my prediction. 1-1 penalties. I'm going win.
2-1 Man United.
But we got a chance. We got a chance, and we might do it. And I think we can, bro. Clip this. I think we can, bro. I do.
Do you?
I think we can. We're gonna win that cup.
Go on, KG, you're drunk.
I got cussed by my own community, bro. But look now. What now? Hold it.
KG prediction.
2-1 Man United. We are gonna win this FA Cup.
We are, not we can.
No, I'm saying we are now. I've got to the we are. I got to we are. The reason why I'm there is because why not? What have I got to lose? I don't mind if they clip this. We're gonna win the FA Cup.
What?
Yeah.
That you're going to win the FA Cup?
I can't see you holding out for that whole game without stopping them.
I'm telling you now, if we win, I'm here.
And we look forward to tomorrow, KG.
And I need
boldly said
2-1.
Man United are winning.
DR Sports clip this.
The next day.
Hold that. Even, you know, while you're holding it, hold this as well, fam. Hold this. So you done.
It's in. Ganacho.
Yes! It's a mistake! It's a mistake, KG! Good at!
That's what it is! I got to talk about Kobe.
Manchester United with Bruno Fernandes.
The manager's talking to Kobe saying, don't worry, you'll get your chance, you'll get your moment.
Mainu!
Next year they're back.
No flag! United 2 goals to the good. We're going to do this.
We really did this, bro.
And it's the kids doing the damage.
When we looked at that game, you said City. Who is City? Bro. Watch you do my stuff.
Epic. Epic.
Yes. Nah. Hey, guys. Hey, what a day, fam. And you remember that embarrassment stream? Remember when it was the Coventry? It's all an embarrassment and all that, bro.
Yes.
There's stuff that's missing, fam. There's stuff that's missing. On playback, Big 6 Extra. If you see how, Big Steve was talking to me. Oh, don't worry. I'll see you soon, bro. I'm telling you right now, yeah? Nah. What? Good. We're at the right time now, right speed. And guess what? Like, all these people have to sit down, bro. We beat Liverpool to win this cup, and we beat one of the best teams in the world, as they say. Yeah, best team.
The best.
Amrabat and them man in the midfield. Yeah, and the kids. I saw you lot show this morning. Well done, Owen, for reclaiming that. You win nothing with kids talk, because that was ours. And then Liverpool tried to what they tried to do? Tried to colonize it, fam. That's what they tried to do, fam. Not today, fam. You ain't taking nothing, fam. How dare you? Anyway, I'm in a good mood. Really good mood, and it's well deserved. Marcel, listen to you as well. Yeah. Holding the line, fam. Holding the line. And you told us, Marcel told us from early. He said, listen, and it was a very unpopular opinion. He said, when the players come back, Lisandro, all these important players, how important could Lisandro be? Pep Guardiola seems to think he's one of the best in the world. I'm just saying, how important he helped him win it today. Them cutting passes that we missed all season. The Rolls Royce, I'm going to stop in a second. I'm just on a height right now.
Bro, this is the intro.
Rolls Royce, the Wraith, the Phantom. Oh my! Don't tell me about partnerships. Don't tell me that's not important. Every team needs it. Every team needs it for success. You saw the high fives. Everything was back. I don't know if you've seen the stuff after the game. Again, Minna was talking to me about Amrabat. Minna, you never left. Did you lose faith in Amrabat? Did you?
Never.
You didn't lose faith in Amrabat. Did she? No. I think she stays. I don't know.
Not sure.
Go get the receipts. Go get the receipts. I was getting cooked on my own channel for backing him.
Yeah, good. Well done for backing him. And you told us she said he was injured before anyone else knew. Because
wait. I mean, I'm not sure about this one.
Go find receipts. Go find receipts.
You stayed there the whole time.
I turned my back on Ten Hag. I turned my back on Bruno. I turned my back on Rashford, but I didn't turn my back on Amrabat.
Okay, all right. Okay, you've listened. Okay,
I'll be honest.
Wait, no, guys.
Yeah.
No one's gonna spoil this celebration for us. I'm telling you right now. We're not gonna spoil this with he said, she said, because right now it's about our enemies, and our enemies are in the mud right now. Let's not even infight. We have to make sure we point the finger, because guess what? Newcastle, what's happening to you? You're not playing any European football. And I saw a song. Their fans were singing European football. Nah, mate, not happening. All I'm saying, you know what? It's a really good day. I'll stop like that and just say, brilliant day. The media is an absolute disgrace. The way Ten Hag was treated, I thought it was shocking. It was disgusting. BBC versus ITV, you can see the two different ways to do it. Even the presser was even worse. The presser was even worse. You thought it was another day where he lost another game. This guy came with the trophy, but literally great for Man United, great for all the fans watching, and good. We can beat them. We can beat. If you put them in front of us, we must and we will. So yeah, let's go.
Where do you even go from there? Where do you even go? Do you know what? It's not even about intros and all of that. It's about everyone just having their time to just let off. Big up to everyone watching. The full view is literally, it's the rammed view. That's what it is.
The fullest
rammed view. The fullest view.
Yeah.
Jesus. I mean, we've got space probably for one more if someone else pulls up. Who knows? Smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. I'm not going to waste any time just delaying this. Marcel, floor is yours.
I don't know what to say, guys, man. I'm actually on a... for me personally, I want to look to the future, which doesn't look positive unless Ten Hag stays. So I'm just going to say a lot of negative things right now, if that makes sense. I want to go last.
Okay. This is your time to say things positive. You've been saying positive for weeks, Marcel. Now is your time.
I want to go last. I want to go last. Hear everything else.
Okay.
Absorb what everyone else is saying and then speak.
All right, I hear that, but to be fair, it's because Marcel's not
he's not in the same
Twitter
as us.
Yeah, but exactly. But on Twitter, sometimes Marcel is the guy say, "I told you." God knows, I know, the universe knows. Thank me now. Like sometimes Marcel can type stuff like that, but like in the person, like he's not the "I told you so." All of you lot hold that. It's not really his thing, but. Marcel, I need you to either dice. Okay, from the game point of view, then yesterday, like the players who played good, like give me I need the positive. I need it. We do that bit later, but I need the positives.
Okay, we played the style of football that I said we should be playing. You know, Ten Hag came out of his stubbornness a little bit. I think he kind of removed his own self, his own ego a little bit, because he kind of just said, he kind of thanked the whole team. He doesn't want to take too much. This is not his football, basically, guys. He went to a style that's going to nullify City as best as possible. But I've said before, I think maybe on Minna's channel about, this is the best version of their counter-attack. I don't think Mourinho's counter-attack is this good. I don't even think Ole's counter-attack is this good. So he's produced a good system, a good counter-attacking system. Garnacho was brilliant. Rashi could have done a bit more in terms of his, running about and covering spaces across the pitch. But his technical ability, we've seen it with the long passing, just being able to retain the ball. Kobe is he's generational, but we can't get too hyped up. I listen to the manager, guys. It's really that simple. If you're following what he's saying, it's very clear the process that we're going in. You can laugh, Cams, but it's really, really simple for me. So with the likes of Kobe, you have to give him more time. I know we're getting very excited about him, and this is maybe me coming to my negative bag again, or just being the opposite to everyone else. But it's like, we need to give him 2 more seasons. You need to give him 2 more seasons. I know everyone's saying we need to build the team around him, all of this. No, don't do it, guys. Bruno can still carry us for another 3-4 more seasons. You need, and Kobe will slowly learn off him. He needs to learn off a better DM than Cass. Cass needs to leave, but Kobe's definitely the one. But he needs 2 more seasons. When he makes the big mistakes next season, don't get on his back. Leave him alone. Let him grow. Let him like just let him grow. As well. Yeah, same with Garnacho as well. And at some point, Ten Hag has to get world-class footballers to give them the rests, because this whole season they haven't been able to have a chance to rest. Like what KG just said, man, that partnership, the partnerships is an important thing to end up winning trophies and those kind of things. And he's seen how Martinez is just a wonderful footballer. Same with Varane as well. But again, looking forward, we're going to need someone to break down the our defensive line is our playmaking line in this Ten Hag system. It's going to be the defenders that are doing the playmaking from the halfway line. So I don't know. I'm really not positive, because I'd foreseen this already. So this is nothing new.
Well, you're not positive because you think they might you're not positive because you think they might not let Ten Hag stay.
Yeah, and we're about to press the reset button, Flex, and it's going to rattle me, because like no other manager is going to produce what he just produced. 3 finals in 2 seasons. There won't be another manager that does that. It doesn't matter who, especially what's in the market. It's just not going to happen. So I'm worried that they're going to press the reset button because of their own ego. They're not even going to use him as a insurance policy, like I've been saying for the long time. Because if you just let him go next season, if he fails next season, okay, that's it. You tried to purchase the best talent. They still have to prove something to us. Their rhetoric, Ineos's rhetoric, was that they're going to do all the 1% around the manager. They haven't completed that. So they're just as bad as the Glazers in my book right now. They have to complete that work. Dan Ashworth is a data man. They haven't brought him in yet. They haven't completed that job. Wilcox is a man that knows the Premier League. He's a recruitment guy. We've had shocking businessmen purchase poor footballers with poor attitude and application for too long. So until these people come in and they have a good window, I don't know. But yeah, I want to go last, please. Please let me go last. because I want to hear what everyone else.
No, but you say a lot. You say a lot of true stuff, though.
Yeah, I know I do, but again, I don't want to add my ego into it. I want all you lot to speak, and then let me add my bit at the end.
Well, I don't think there's going to be much for you to add now, because you just actually said it all. But no, do you know what? You spoke a lot. I agree with a lot of what you're saying there. A lot of what you're saying in terms of like, if Ineos don't keep Eric, and if they make bad decisions from now on, and what still needs to happen, you're not wrong about any of that. It's just that where we started, it was. Can
I again, just to be Marcel's friend, I'm going to speak for him. They all laughed at him. They all were talking about Marcel, saying he's sniffing this. There's cussing Marcel, Warcel, Larcel. They'll move in mad in the chat. Let's not pretend like when we do these full views, the people ain't in here rinsing Marcel. When I see Marcel, I just want to 2-foot tackle him. When I see this, now today, facts Marcel. Hold that as well. Anyone that was against him, hold that too, fam. Because Marcel, you can come and do the lovely, because end of the day, it takes character to stick to what you're trying to say, even though the whole world's getting against you, bro. So well done, fam. And if you weren't, oh, my daughter, come here, babes. Oh, look at my queen.
United.
Dango on the floor, 2024.
Yes.
He didn't hear us. He didn't hear us say that.
Yeah.
Yes.
His wire came out. He didn't hear us say Dango.
He didn't hear Dango on the floor.
Oh wait. Eddie, you gotta finish it. You gotta finish the thing. You gotta finish it. Come back. Eddie. 2024. Standards on the floor. Now she's shy. All right. Oh yeah. Anyway, well done, Marcel.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate it as always, bro.
Absolute facts. I don't think there's anything to add to that. Absolute facts. Minna, the floor is yours.
Bro, I lost my voice yesterday. My voice is still coming back to an extent, but yeah, gassed. I want to talk about City though. Before we talk about United, Pep thought he was Ten Hag. I've never seen this guy wear a suit with his dusty H&M suit on the touchline. I've never seen him look so rattled. Yeah, my guy was gulping a whole bottle of 500 ml water after that second goal. He was rattled. And word to Home Alone. Where's Kevin? Hooked, guys. I'm not joking. Liverpool, he was hooked. Champions League, he was hooked. And then FA Cup final, he was hooked.
Best ever.
Or for Pep to come out and say Bruno is one of the best midfielders. Before the game, he was saying it. He said Bruno was one of the best midfielders. He ain't talking about his own guy like that. City were rattled yesterday. And I'll be real, yeah. Credit to Ten Hag for the tactics, and heavy credit goes to the players who we've criticized for so long, saying they can't execute Ten Hag's plan. The discipline they had to execute that, literally a mid-low block, cramming out the midfield. You have to be disciplined to do that. You have to see the end goal, which obviously is the trophy. To do it for 50 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes is one thing, but to do it for 90 minutes, I give them so much credit. And I can speak about everyone. Onana, he made a heap of difference, especially for the crosses and the corners. For me, that was the biggest standout. He made big saves as well, but the crosses and the corners for me, huge. I wish Varane stayed. Amrabat, 20 million, fucking buy him. Excuse my language, but just buy him. 20 million. Just pay it.
I've never heard Minna swear like this.
Just pay it. Honestly, Garnacho, Rashford crying after the game. People talking about his PR. You can see what it means to him, man. The guy's had a difficult season, and you know, I think Lissandro Martinez said it in an interview post game about how it's been a difficult season, and this is just a nice way to end it. And Manchester United, men and women, are the retaining champions of the FA Cup this year. So there's positive. And you know what? I don't want to get caught up in the, is Ineos going to sack him? Just enjoy the moment, guys.
Yes.
Enjoy the moment. I don't know when this is going to happen again, honestly. And 2 trophies in 2 years. Arteta is building something at Arsenal, guys. So Arsenal fans, have faith. He's going to bring you something soon. Don't worry. Have faith.
Got the shots to the end. Wait.
Yeah, Minna's on fire, bro.
Particularly after saying, enjoy the moment, and then it was a very slow, enjoy the moment.
Wow, Minna's on it. Nearly 2,000 people watching, 483 likes in the can. I'm going to read out these super chats and hand the floor back to the panel, because it is, like I said, like Owen said, it's the fullest view. It's the rammed view. Matt Osas is the latest member of the United View Members Club. Big up to you. Ashmida says, Sir Jim, have Pep a big hug and Ten Hag a handshake. Man United beating City was not on their cards. Ineos out. Glazers 2.0. Red Baron says, is it true BBC had to cut Shearer talking rubbish on us on Match of the Day? The press really can't hide their dislike for us. United fans have to be united. Red Baron says, people need to realise having your first choice centre-backs is the glue and foundation of any football club. They are the floor you walk in your home. Tracy MUFC says, big up Flex, Owen and the panel. What an awesome win by the boys. I'm buzzing. Aminor says, hold that, Ma. Hold that, Matisse. Hold that, Joey Knights. Hold that, Rory. Hold that, Chelsea. Hold tight, Sama Bosecki. Hold tight, Chelsea.
Don't leave him out, fam. True Geordie.
Hold tight, True Geordie. Hold tight, Matty Renton, lad. Hold tight, Howie the lads, bite a grows, leave us alone. Like, high tight, all them man there. Matty Renton. Matty Renton. Yeah, hold that. Enjoy.
I messaged him saying, the real Bruno. Because we've been arguing about that one. I'm paying it. I'm going to hold on to her beef. That's that one that we did. No, I messaged him again, said, the real Bruno, mate. That's the one.
Yeah. Meanwhile, they're going to have to sell theirs. Watch alongs against ZZFC. GJE says, I need shameless KG today. You've definitely got that and more. Eric Ten Hag in BBL City. Come on. Ravel says, the first football all game I've seen in my life was United versus Liverpool FA Cup. So happy I picked this club to support when my friends started teaching me about football 3 months ago. Wow. 3 months ago. You're new to this whole thing, this whole football thing, and you've seen Man United beat Liverpool and us beat City. Yeah, there you go. Good time to start. M Sati says, 1, keep Amrabat. 2, Onana became De Gea last night. Brilliant saves, awful goal. Cam is delusional. 3, De Gea tweets. 4, he did say Manchester's.
That was lovely.
Red. Yep, legend. Tweet legend. 4, Johnny Evans is messy. 5, Bruno life contract. 6, I believe in Rashi. 7, Eric Ten Hag in. I'm Blue Abadir Badai, been a member for 22 months. Says, felt like a proud dad seeing Lindy get his medal. Yeah, I'm Blue Abadir Badai. Loves Lindy. Always has. Big Lindelof. Bigger than I am, Rafa Varane. That's how big it is. Punjabi United says, KG, Marcel, Cam, big up for defending Eric Ten Hag throughout. Yep, they didn't change their... I mean, KG had a few wobbles, but he made it clear, though, where he was.
Light wobbles. That's how I'm back.
Some light wobbles. But, yeah, he
had
did say that.
Yeah, 2 wobbles this season. 2 big
wobbles, but he made it clear by the end of it where he was at, 100%. Hassan Tariq says, buzzing doesn't even describe what we witnessed. Hold that in capitals. KG doing the video on DR, and this happens, tops it off beautifully. Glory, glory, Man United. Let's go. Believe. Yeah, they all laughed at KG saying, wait for you to play at Wembley. Don't do this yet. He said, we're not Spurs and that. We're just going to rely on other people to do something else. We rely on ourselves. My team will win the cup. I can bask in the glory.
I'll be in a Ferrari. No problem.
Rent a Ferrari. Your time. It's in the video.
Mars says, trust Eric Ten Hag and trust Marcel. And Aminor says, Saeed owes Marcel compensation money for harassment. Marcel, we've seen you on them talks, bro. Marcel, they're saying that they need to give you some reimbursements. Care to comment?
Soon, hopefully. God willing.
Make sure you fill out that expenses form. Claim that back, mate. Make sure. Milan says, props to Eric Ten Hag for finally adapting. This was the blueprint Sir Alex used versus Asna at Highbury and Oli versus City in 2020-2021. Yeah, just not afraid to play on the back foot, essentially, and hit them on the break. I do fear it's too late, though. Yeah, that's what Marcel's saying. Keegan, been a member for 23 months, says, let me hold my hands up and apologize to Marcel, but I still have Cam in my sights. I'm still waiting on the goalkeeper replacement to come correct. And gosh, keep skipping here. There's loads. Oh my gosh, let me go back down. Ace Greenway says, have we forgotten that Eric Ten Hag said the style of play we were playing was based on the brief he was given? Is it a coincidence that improved performance have coincided with Wilcox coming in? Does Murto have questions to answer? Is this Ineos's work? They've said to him, you better change. You better play this type of football. You better change. Is it that? More conspiracies there from Ace. Tabra says, some patterns of play by us yesterday made us look like a pep team. Give Ten Hag his flowers. He's cooking. So, Jim, hold fire and back the man. Glory, glory, Man United. LFC Sai says, Marcel, do you really think Bruno is 200 million and he is in Modric level? Just tell me, why is 200 million player and what is really done to reach Modric level?
Well, he's a £200 million player because, you know, as our football club, you value, like, it's up to the club to value a player, but he's one of the best midfielders in the world at what he does. So that's easily, for me, in my opinion, 150 million. And then we can't remove him. His value to us personally, I think, brings him in and around that £200 million price. And then for Modric won it at Real Madrid. He's got the best group of players available to him at all times. Like, in each position, they're one of the best in the world. If Bruno had that, his numbers would be stupid. So I do think that they're in and around the same kind of level of footballer. It's just really that simple for me. Bruno needs that at this club. And I think under Ineos, Wilcox and that, he will get that in the next 2-3 years. He could win a Ballon d'Or. I genuinely believe that.
Bruno Ballon d'Or, Modric level.
Look, who are we to say no at this point, yeah? Gone are the days. Gone are the days of laughing.
Next year, Bruno Ballon d'Or.
Yeah, everyone goes crazy about KDB, and he dips in big moments, and it's not spoken about every single time. Big moments. They say he's one of the best midfielders ever to grace this. To brace the Premier League.
They say he's the best, bro. No, they say he's the best ever. Lampard, Scholes, Gerrard, Vieira. You know what I mean? Busquets, Xavi, They're saying he's the best ever.
He doesn't finish games. In big games, he dips. I find that interesting. I find that surprising. Yeah. They should rather rate Rodri higher because I don't understand why they do what they do. And Rodri, clean that, what you call it? Hold that as well, Rodri. We saying invincible season where he ain't losing games? Not anymore.
Yeah, exactly. On the floor, Dango. And Pep, you know, they say he's the GOAT manager. Why does he keep hooking him then? Pep can see it, bro. Liverpool away, under the cosh. Kevin, get off, mate. I need Kovacic. He brought Kovacic on, calmed the team down, and it worked. Against Man United, 2-0 down, talisman. Bro, I hate Liverpool's guts. Do you think if any moment they are 2-0 down, they're going to take off Steven Gerrard? Do you think at any moment Man United 2-0 down are going to take off Paul Scholes? No. Lampard. You think Chelsea are going to take off Lampard? Man gets 20 goals every season. You think they're going to take him off? No.
Even in this team, Bruno Fernandes, you think if we're 2-0 down, Bruno's coming off the pitch? Like, it's just not going to happen, is it? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You need someone
Not
great.
going to happen. For Alvarez and them, man. Nah, mate. No. Let's not. Where was I? Zayn Miassi, trophyless Zayn Miassi, says, rather challenge for the league and get absolutely nothing.
Oh, here's your trophy. Here's your trophy, mate. Here's your trophy.
Here it is.
Here it is.
At least they got the podium they never used. Yeah, they still that. They can still got that. They still got that. That counts. Okay.
Diva says we need to sack Erik ten Hag right now. Oh, this took a turn. How dare he win 2 trophies? Fleck and Jim Glazer only care about top 4. We are the Spurs or Arsenal of Manchester. And a Marcel emoji right there. Nikhil says, big up Bruno, Cobby, Garner, Rasmus and Amrabat. They were outstanding yesterday. And Crash Illustration says, big ups to KG, Marcel, Owen, guy with the glasses, which is Kenny and Cam, both. Minna, Flex, an old wise man. So they were talking about Cam. Big up the big up the reckless delegation. Nathan says, can we not praise Erik ten Hag without dragging other people? Because Marcel's saying Erik ten Hag's counterattack is better than Ollie's is blasphemy. Aaron Maguire says, flexible, have you changed your mind? I have. I said it many times this morning. I said it many times in my fan view. And I'll say it again. I'm not afraid. One thing about me, I'm not that stubborn guy who wants to stay in this position because I want to be proved right and say, I told you all. I just say what I think. It takes me a while to get to places. I had to deal with Flex, hurry up and get off the fence. Where are you at? I was on the fence for a while. Then I jumped off the fence. I was like, I don't think he can turn this round. It's untenable. I saw it like that. I said, it's over. And now he's done that. I looked at it with my own eyes and I said, they can't sack. They have. He is at least very, very minimum earned the right to right his wrongs. That is simple as that. They should let him go into next season and see if he can fix it because he's got back-to-back trophies. It's not easy to do that against Manchester City. We beat Liverpool on the way. It ain't no Reading and flipping. Who else did we play? Charlton and all them, man. Last year in the Carabao Cup, we had an easy run when people say, no, all right, Coventry, we made hard work of it, but we had to beat Liverpool, bro. Klopp, farewell. We had to beat Man City in their bag in championship rounds, like when they win stuff. Like
2 of the top 3 in the league, mate.
2 of the top 3 in the league, mate. You know what I mean? And they're going for a double-double and breaking all these, just 1-4 on the bounce, never been done. Looking to do a double-double, never been done. All of these things stacked against us, and we did it. So I do backtrack in terms of I think Erik ten Hag should stay. Do I think that means he will 100% fix it and we'll be back next year? I don't know. I'm not naive enough to think everything's fixed right now, but he deserves the chance to try. That is what I do stick by. Where are we at now? Flex everywhere. There you go. Pritesh, it keeps moving so fast. Pritesh, Marshall, I want to know whether you are trolling or being serious, putting Bruno in the same bracket as Modric. KG, you need to roast Matisse, True Geordie, and Patrick. Marcel, you definitely was being serious. I think.
Yeah, serious.
Yeah. KG will cook who he needs to cook. Don't worry about that. Right. Raul says, big up the panel. You guys need to mute Saeed. Waffler, hypocrite. Erik ten Hag always in. We did it. Glory, glory. Man United forever. Listen, Saeed's got his opinion. Be interested to see what Saeed thinks now. I've said no. That's like I'm back to saying like, you know, this is where it is. Like he deserves a chance. I don't know. Other people will draw other conclusions. It's up to them. It's all about opinion. Can't tell someone not to have an opinion if you don't agree with it. It's just what it is. Zayn Miassi says, Arteta won the FA Cup and is challenging Ten Hag. Not.
Can I ask you, when did Arteta come into that team? Was he a late appointment? Did he come in?
Mid-season.
Yeah.
Mid-season. So did he start the FA Cup campaign himself, or was someone else did?
He came in like December or something. So he probably would have.
January.
Make sure because
he won it. He won it.
I will take it away.
And he won it when they play Chelsea.
Loopholes.
Yeah, there's no loopholes. Bro, he won it. He won it, bro.
Yeah,
and everyone said they would lose against Chelsea. Then everyone said they'd lose against City, like easy. And the
he played like Mertesacker in the final in his last game or something like that. It was crazy. I remember that
one. Bro. Yeah, he
did
it.
You
haven't won anything since though.
We talk about the
Liverpool.
League.
We give Liverpool that shit.
The COVID league still, the COVID team.
Man is saying John James says won it with Emery's teammate. It wasn't even his team he built. Cedric Suarez and their man didn't build it, mate. Kolasinac didn't build it, mate. Milan. By the way, guys, big up to y'all. Been a shit season, but ended up on a high. Quick shout out to Fami from my local spoons. Enjoy your second place trophy. Zay Miyasi says Carabao Cup is a woke cup. No one cares about it. Well, we're talking about the FA Cup, mate. That's
a woke
trophy.
cup.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Ridiculous.
I never thought Carabao could get political.
I know. Brains247 says, just started watching from the start. Banging KG intro. Hold that. Kenny, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, gentlemen and ladies. Oh, what a day. Incredible. Loved every single minute. Loved it. Left the house. Left at 6 o'clock. Got home at 1:30 last night. First thing I did was watch the game. Got up this morning, and you've just interrupted. I'm into the second half again. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. No, what an incredible. No, let's not put anything away. This today was an incredible performance by our football team. Incredible for us to rinse and play like that we did against Manchester City, and to show the discipline for 90 minutes was beyond my. I didn't think we could. I really did fancy us, and I called the score out early last week. I really did, and the reason was because of two games. Not that we played, but what Man City have played. Chelsea should have beat them in the semi-final. Tottenham should have won Arsenal the league. Let's not kid ourselves, right? So City are not as good as what they have been, right? Yesterday we knew that if we had Martinez and Varane back, and we had a settled system to play defensively, pragmatic, build slowly, hit them on the counter, defend that back line, sit a little bit deeper. We knew that we had it within us. And yesterday was absolutely fantastic. And Eric Ten Hag, listen, let's not forget this. We have just come through the worst season ever for Premier League. And I have seen some bad teams in 60 odd years, believe me, right? But for us to turn this season around with that yesterday, the man definitely gets my vote now. Definitely, honestly, because we've all done it. We've not wanted to go to games. We had this conversation and I was feeling sorry for you guys. I'm saying you have to travel up from Wembley to watch that every week. Do you know what I mean? I'm minutes around the corner in comparison. And I was getting to the stage where I didn't really want to go. I'll be honest. I didn't really want to go. But yesterday, I loved every minute. Yes, Kenny's voice is gone because Kenny sings his heart out. I don't go and eat prawn sandwiches. I want to win the Stretford end. I'm singing every song. If you watch my Facebook page, I sing every song. I love it. I love it. That's why I'm a Man United fan, because they're a special club. They're a special club. We are a special club. We've had adversity. Look at our history. Look at our history. But I'll tell you what, when we win, we celebrate a win. And that's what we've got to do. That's what we've got to do. We've got to celebrate this because there's millions and millions of football fans never win nothing. Never win nothing. Are you with me? We look at our record. I was so proud yesterday. The proudest moment for me, and I criticised it last year. We had little bloody beanie hats and we had bloody this, that and the other, and everybody else is waving flags. Yesterday we were waving flags. And when that banner unrolled and it showed all our trophies. See it? Do you remember it? Showed all our trophies and City. I looked across at City fans, did nothing. That's history. That's Man United. That's what Manchester United is about. That is what Manchester United is about. Let's not kid ourselves. Let's not kid ourselves. We've had an awful season. We've played some terrible football. But yesterday, when it was needed, if we'd have lost yesterday, we'd have been devastated. We wouldn't have been upset, we'd have been devastated. No, the way I see it, if I'm Ineos and I'm Sir Jim Radcliffe, I've made promises. I've made promises to United fans that the issue at the club is the structure behind the club, right? You've got one fella still pruning the roses. He should have been in, right? You've not got all that support team in to support Eric Ten Hag, right? Now you've got a chance. If they sacked Eric Ten Hag this week, the honeymoon's over. It's done. It is done. Because whoever they bring in from game one, United fans will have them. United fans. Eric Ten Hag has given them credit now. He's built them some credit. Not himself. He's built them some credit. Because when he comes in, we start the season off next year. If we're playing well, we're loving it. If we're playing bad, then we said to ourselves, well, he deserved another chance. He's got us the trophies. Ineos have done this, Ineos have done that. If they get rid of him now, then it's Ineos' name on the head on the block from day one. And if they're not careful, if they get rid of him, we'll all be singing this time. Well, in September, October, we want Glazers out. Believe me, because I was at that ground yesterday and I didn't hear one dissenting voice against Ten Hag. Not one. I didn't hear one dissenting voice against him. Everybody what was round me, and I've never met them before in my life, all believed that, yes, we've had a bad season, but he deserves another chance. He deserves another chance. No, fair play, lad. Fair play. Yeah. He said to us, he's come here to win trophies. He didn't say he's come here to play pretty football. I've not come here to play Ajax football. I have come here to Manchester United to win trophies. Why? Because we win trophies. We win trophies.
Tell him, Kenny. Tell him. Tell them. Wow. Unbelievable. Shivers down my spine, Kenny. Yeah. Unbelievable.
Awesome.
Absolutely. Hey from is the latest member of UV Members Club. M. Sarti says, might take us years to win the Premier League with any manager, but Eric Ten Hag without injuries and Onana mistakes can be doing a Dortmund in Champions League. Keep my gaffer. Marmo says, KG, you've seen the movie Coneheads. Do a quick search if you.
I've got a lovely head shape. I don't know he's talking about me.
I mean, you not seen the film Coneheads, KG?
It's a great movie.
Great. SNL. Yeah.
Great funny.
Yeah.
Okay. And Prince Kawema says, most obvious papering over cracks I've ever seen. Strong words there. And Hassan says Wenger won the same amount of FA Cups as City has won in their entire history. Levels. Big up the panel. Was nice meeting Flex at the Arsenal game. Respect as well, says Hassan. Cam, the floor is yours.
What a day. Unbelievable.
I think Cam's voice has gone as well.
Yeah. I've not got one left, I've got to be honest. Yeah, hell of a day. It was. I told you, Flack. I told you coming out of the tube station. I told you we had a chance, and I really believed it. I thought, Ten Hag does usually try his big game plans in the games before, so we saw what we were going to do, and that was the only chance that we had. And look, everything worked perfectly. I think Spurs have set the blueprint of what you need to do to beat City, particularly hitting the big switches, and the players went and executed it brilliantly. It was, unbelievable game.
You seem very overwhelmed. You seem very overwhelmed.
Yeah, to be honest,
Cam, you've had 38 minutes. You've had 38 minutes to decide what you're going to say. And this is what you do.
Yeah, I sort of heard myself, and then I got a bit surprised.
Cam is still hungover. Cam is still hungover, bro. He's got them glasses just to help him out, but he's fucked.
I'm almost almost lost for words. It's been such a long season, and I think a lot of people have been so annoyed at Ten Hag and a lot of the ways we've been playing, all that sort of stuff. But yeah, I've always backed him, and I'm very happy that he's turned it around and managed to win the cup.
Cam, what time did you get in yesterday? Where have you been?
No, it wasn't even that bad. I just screaming for 2 hours, basically.
Sound like you had a couple of drinks, mate.
No, it really wasn't that bad. I've not been, at Rashford in Belfast at 4 a.m.
But Cam, you do have that student in you level where you just say you when he gets on it, Cam can get on it, fam, and drink.
We're past that now. I respect the gaffer. We had a training session today at 1 o'clock, so I thought I'd be ready. I can't speak, but that's not the problem.
Well, what we do respect is you've pulled up to the fullest view ever. Yeah. Not willing to be able to speak, but you're here. You're present. You didn't have to do that.
Yeah. And talking with the hushed tones of just, I'm really happy we won the cup. Really happy.
Yeah, and look, we've got another trip to Wembley now coming up in August, don't we? In the Community Shield, which will be good.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that.
And I don't see how we can't keep up to that. I think there's people that have been flip flopping. People saying all sorts, but he's got to stay. He's got to stay.
Cam did always stick by that as well.
I was waiting for.
Yeah,
You know what's so funny? I was
tactical thing.
Yeah, I've been waiting for Cam to talk. Cam, here's my apology to you, by the way. I wanted to fight you for Onana. Yeah, I was like the mechanics, this, that, and the other. I've flip flopped on this Onana thing so many times. It's a disgrace. Onana's good, man. Onana's
yeah. It's not just UKG. There's all those people in the chat, all those super chats, all of that going on. People don't realise the big difference that it was literally the same game we played last year. City in the cup final at Wembley. A few things were different in terms of a couple of players were different, but by and large, it was the same team. The big difference that Onana made was that when they did start ramping up the pressure in the second half, he wasn't afraid to catch the ball, catch a cross, go down. He had a bit of presence, he had a bit of personality, and those things made a big difference. It wasn't just that. There was also one of my favourite moments from the game, actually, which will have gone under the radar from most people, I think, and maybe wouldn't have been shown on TV. But just after McTominay got taken off, he walked in front of the United fans. But City were about to take a goal kick, and Ortega's gone off to go and get the ball. He's gone back on the pitch, and McTominay's thrown another one on there. Those little moments, they make a big difference, and it gets the crowd back up when you're under pressure. And you need players that have got the character and the balls to do that in a big game. Anana's one of them. Obviously, McTominay will do it as well. Yeah,
Leach yesterday when he was going off, and then Kyle Walker just threw a massive hissy fit, and he was like, and then there's this shot in it. It's so amazing where Walker's talking to the referee, and you see Leach is off the pitch by this point, and he's got his eyes on him over his shoulder, staring a hole through Kyle Walker. It was sensational.
I want to tell you, if you think that's anything, Flexer, Josh was there as well. You see that same look that he gave Kyle Walker? That's the look that pre-season when we lost. He was mad. No one else, players, he was walking by himself because the players didn't want to touch him. Benny McCarthy, everyone, he was mad. And I said,
Dortmund.
Dortmund, he was so, I've never seen, and he walked straight, nothing, same face. I did not say. I was like,
yeah, Leach already. He makes you look down the floor, even though he's small. Yeah. He's small as well. How can small man make you look down? Taking the piss.
And even though with Haaland in the first minute, you know, he knows that that's not enough to give away a penalty or anything like that. But that's just a little bit of, it's a little nudge in the back just to say, like, all right, I'm back in this game. I might not be match fit or anything like that, but he's a proper master of the dark arts. And we kept saying it during the match for yesterday, didn't we, KG? Going like, you need bastards. You need to win an FA Cup or to win a trophy, to win finals. You need bastards. You're not going to get like being nice, being respectful or anything like that. They're not going to be that. Look at the likes of Rodri. Every time in transition, you pull him down. Tactical foul. Fernandinho. It's the same. They used to do that back in the day all the time. You need that in those kind of games, and he was like that. Amrabat was like that yesterday. I think that I know Casemiro. They're saying that he was injured, whatever that kind of stuff, but. I think Amrabat did yesterday what Casemiro probably couldn't do in that game, just in terms of the constant running, constant support Wan-Bissaka, support on the other side, support Dalot, in the middle of the pitch, support Cobby do his running. Like, that was so critical yesterday. And I know sometimes we've sort of rose-tinted glasses talking about Fred in the past, going, oh, we really miss Fred. But in that kind of game, you miss that kind of player of not the best player in the world, not like, you know, a Ballon d'Or winner like we're talking about earlier, but that person that's just going to run, do the dirty work, put some tackles in. When they've got the ball, pass it backwards, settle things down. And we needed that yesterday. We really, really did.
By the way, he completed 25 of his 27 passes, bro. The guy was getting the ball. This is a game in numbers, 37 touches, 25 out of 27 passes complete, 3 fouls, 2 tackles made, 2 clearances, 1 block. He was on it, bro. The guy was, and he was the metronome, picking the ball off the goalkeeper, and he got busy. Him and Cobby, they just had the balance and the understanding that we needed. He was a surety, and he did things that didn't allow that great City team to play. So we're not even gonna like almost undervalue the performance. It was a big performance.
That's the thing that I feel like was happening. Sorry, Ken, I'll go straight after. Like, there was that kind of rhetoric of like, oh, yeah, you know, City had an off day and stuff like that. Yeah, look, listen, City, you can say, weren't at their best for this, that, and the other. But no, we made them like that yesterday. That's what I like. City rolled out with exactly what they always do. There's a reason why Doku didn't start or whatever. Like, he had the plan. They had all week to set up. They know what Man United are going to do. They're going to sit back and counter us. They didn't see anything that they maybe didn't expect apart from our application. But you know, Pep's not stupid. He knew that we would sit off somewhat and hit them on the break. He knows that we'd probably go with Rashford, we'd probably go Garnacho on the break. He knew that. That first half, I have never walked away from a Man City half of football playing against them ever more comfortable that they were not going to score in that 45 minutes. And with Man City, there's this weird thing. I don't know how you guys feel when you watch them, especially when you're there, but it doesn't even matter if you're not there. You always know the outcome. There's always this uneasy feeling. It doesn't matter if they're playing rubbish. It doesn't matter if you're in a good spell. It doesn't matter if, you know, they've just had to clear it and you get a corner and you're on the front foot. You're always like, yeah, but man, listen, if they just inject a couple passes, get on a half turn, De Bruyne does something, you know, Foden cuts in, top bins, like you're always uneasy. But after the first goal, the first time I said, we can get another one here. We have to go for the kill. They're on the ropes. They can't work us out. They look like schoolboys. The one that was disallowed for what's it called? For Garnacho. That's his schoolboy defense. Like, I know you could say it worked. He was just offside, but one ball over the top was all it takes to break all of the master plans, all of the Pep disciple books, the best manager ever. And I'm not saying that he doesn't deserve his flowers for being up there, but for all the technicality Pep brings, one ball over the top just completely nullifies them. That's schoolboy shit. If Spurs did that, Ange, or like, you know, and Villa. Everyone says, oh, naive. Oh, this, that, and the other. Now, obviously, you can't really label that as City because they're serial winners. But in those moments, Pep didn't have an answer. So we did it to them.
Can I get I'd love to hear from Minna and Cam Mas, everyone literally. But can you tell me about a player that impressed you yesterday? So even if it's unsung hero, anyone that really impressed you yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday for me, I had him as head and shoulders, and I mean head and shoulders above anybody else on the pitch was Aaron Wan-Bissaka. And I'm going to tell you why. Right? At the start of before the game, I looked at that team sheet of Man City and I thought, why is Doku not playing? Why is Doku not playing? The lad is electric. And there was a stage in the game where I'm thinking to myself, please don't bring Doku on. Please, because he's the only one that can spurt this team. And as soon as he came on, they lifted. And when they took De Bruyne off and brought Alvarez on, they lifted. And for a 20-minute period, they dominated us. But there was one player yesterday that not a player got past. Not a player got past, and that was Aaron Wan-Bissaka. He was immense. It was absolutely immense. He never went down on a tackle unless he took the ball. It was fantastic. It was fantastic. And everybody around me had Aaron Wan-Bissaka as man of the match without a shadow of a doubt.
Come on.
Wow. Minna, who you got?
Diogo Dalot did a lot of... Firstly, that ball to Garnacho, great. You know, dropping into the little pockets of space next. I don't know if you lot saw, but you know, when Onana had the ball, he would drop next to Amrabat. He'd come in next to Amrabat, and I guess that's the importance of having Leach back, because Leach would just shift out a little bit more wider and be able to progress the ball. And just he was calm on the ball. Phil Foden, Premier League Player of the Year, shut him out completely. He literally shut him up. Amrabat did a job in. And Bernardo Silva, I rate him so highly. Rate him so highly. He was coming onto his left foot every time for the in-swinger. Couldn't do anything. Diogo Dalot, for me, everyone did a great job. But for me, I think Diogo went a bit under the radar. And I'm someone that was critical of Diogo last season. If you don't remember, I was on him like a hawk. But this season, I give him his flowers and yesterday's game as well.
Marcel, who you got?
Bruno, man. Bruno Fleck, of course. Bruno, that's my guy. And just the pass, the disguise pass in the first half, just how much ground he was covering. I really enjoyed how Ten Hag set us up with the front four. And he was so pivotal for that, you know, asking Scott to come up with him, instructing Garnacho and at times encouraging Rashid, trying to set Rashid free a lot of the time as well. The first half, like you say, just absolutely outstanding. It died off a little bit in the second half, and I think everyone we have to suffer in games as a team. And it's Man City. It's Man City, so like that, you know, they're gonna have their spell. But you know, every game has its story, and through that, you know, Bruno was just so pivotal in terms of his influence of this game. So yeah, just he's a captain. He's learning how to become a really good captain for the rest of the team. I think that's the most important thing. And
Gary, what's his name? Roy Keane acknowledged Bruno finally yesterday.
Sorry,
he was wrong.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. That first half, I swear to you, said to my friend next to me, I said, Bruno's possessed. He's possessed. Like he done one thing where the ball was in the air and Aki was going to go header it. He goes, I know what you're going to do. You're just going to header it straight there. Dropped off him, got the ball. Then I think Rodri might have come in, flicked it over his head. And then set someone else. Then there was a ball, right? It didn't quite reach Rashford. I don't know what it looked like on TV, how it came across. It didn't quite reach Rashford. And it looked like it was just like a clearance to nothing or nobody. But it wasn't. It was like this sliced, like
deliberate into the space.
Into the space,
volley.
Like fizz down. Oh. Yeah. And I went, he's taking the piss. And then little bits where like it would get really frantic in midfield where like, so there was long periods where City had the ball. Then we'd engage in some duels in the midfield. And then it would be like duel after duel, who's going to come out of it. But then if it was Bruno, who'd just like emerge with the ball, take a couple neat touches, drop the shoulder, come back, recycle, like just doing like real shit. That's the only way I could say. Like he was just on job. There's no other way of describing it.
The other thing as well, I thought yesterday was the substitutions. Right in the recent past, right, we've been leading and we've been losing a lot of goals in the last 5-10 minutes in an injury time. And when you play Manchester City and you're 2-1 down with 10 minutes to go at Wembley in a cup final, you were nervous as a fan. I don't care what anybody says, you were nervous. He brought Rasmus Højlund on yesterday, right? And all Højlund wanted to do was destroy their defenders. It was not going down. If he was going down, we were getting a foul. And what we learned yesterday, and what that team learned was how to hold on to a lead. And what they had to do, they did it, and Højlund played it perfectly. When that ball went up to him, he held it tight and he ran. And the only way they were bringing him down and getting that ball was a foul. And he got fouled 2 or 3 times. And that was his job. That was his job.
No, he was
awesome.
Rasmus was on it. Cam hasn't said.
Cam, that's what I was going to say. Cam, who you got for like the player for you? Outstanding. There was a lot.
You got to, honestly, everyone was brilliant. But I think Cobby, I mean, it feels like the wrong answer. It feels like the easy option saying Cobby because he was just that good and we expect it. But again, that's another injury that no one really talks about. Cobby Mainoo has been one of our top 3 players this season, and he's one of the best players in the Premier League already. He missed half the season. If he was there for the first half of the season, it could have been so different. He's a really important player for this team because he's not just technically brilliant, but he's also got personality as well. He wants the ball, and genuinely, he'll take the ball when there's a guy within touching distance of him, and he just doesn't care. He doesn't even react. His body language just doesn't change. He's just ice cold the whole time. And pictures at the end with the bucket hat on. Wow, that guy.
Did you see the celebration? Even the celebration.
Yeah.
The Scholes praise when he was like, he said, "Don't compare me to this guy." He went, "I was never that good when I was 19," sort of thing.
But you know what? It's actually true. You know, like it doesn't mean that when you hear that, and people get carried away. It doesn't mean that. Like, I hope it does mean it, but it doesn't mean that Cobby is going to go on to win all the things that Scholes did and end up like him. But, like, it's true what they say of, like, when these greats say, yeah, but at 18 or 19, like Gerrard said it about Bellingham, like, at 18 or 19, I couldn't have gone to Real Madrid and do that. I couldn't have been a Ballon d'Or contender at 19 or 20, whatever Jude is now. I was just coming in at Liverpool. I was just working it out. Like, Scholes is like, if I had Cantona and that there, mate. Do you know what I mean? I had Bruce and that. I had Schmeichel. I learnt my way. And I had Gary.
I don't think it's just that though. I actually think it's his in-game IQ. He does things that no player that age should be doing. There's moments when I'm like, how's he done that? You know, there's literally, and he's getting pressed, you know, he'll pick the ball and he'll get out. And it's like him and that Martinez link. Next season, I can't wait. Honestly. Martinez giving the ball to Cobby and them starting attacks.
And you have to remember with the Scholes thing too is Scholes, he evolved in his career. When he was earlier on, he was more an attacking midfielder. And it's when towards the latter stage of his career, he became that sort of deep sitting, spray the ball around Paul Scholes that I think people think about more today. And Cobby, you saw his when he was celebrating the goal. He's just, nodding and all that kind of stuff. He is cool, calm, and composed. I tell you, someone else I do want to give credit to, and I know I can't believe saying this after the season that he's had, but Marcus Rashford, while he was on the pitch yesterday, was brilliant. I mean, for the goal, for the switch of play, he was excellent. And I know he's such a polarizing figure that even now, if I bring up his name, they'll still be like, "He still needs to go," and all that kind of stuff. And it's like, well, park that to one side. Yesterday, when I think a lot of people, I didn't think he should have started the game. When I saw him start, I was like, here we go. KG called it. KG thought he was going to start, but that switch of play. Brilliant. To Garnacho, brilliant. I mean, he was obviously he was unlucky because he wasn't the one offside. It was Garnacho for the goal. But I think that's another one that Ten Hag did get right in the end, because he realized, look, if someone's gonna have to go up against Kyle Walker, he's like the fastest player. He's the fastest player in the league. Rashford might not even beat him in a foot race, but you got to try. You got to try and do that. So yeah, I mean, I saw that, like sort of said, Amrabat, we just spoke about him a few minutes ago, didn't we? I mean, Colossus. I would like to know, though, to the panel, yes or no, would you sign him?
No.
20 million quid.
You lot have been trying to sign this guy for weeks. This guy, bring him, sign him.
Cam's not happy here.
No. Amrabat, let's be real here. Amrabat is a very average player. He plays exclusively in straight lines. He runs around a bit, but he can't get off the mark particularly quickly. And when every touch he has of the ball is in a straight line.
What are you judging that?
He doesn't have anything.
When you say he can't run about quick, like, he was injured, bro. He came in injured. He came in with serious back.
Even at his absolute best, he gets off the mark so slowly. He's not actually, his acceleration is so slow. But his main asset is running. So if you're going to be running quickly, particularly if you're playing in a compact team, you need to be able to get off the mark quickly. So if someone's in a pocket, you can shut them down. Now, we did okay yesterday, just about. But if you expose him to that over a whole season, he'll really struggle, particularly when he's being asked to turn, because he turns so slowly. And you see that with the way he plays with the ball. He's very, very safe because he doesn't have the mobility to
Amrabat is in all the games that you've enjoyed, and while you're saying hold on to the manager, Amrabat's been a key component in that. Even in the Arsenal game where we lost, Amrabat was still good in that game.
He's been a key component, yes, but only because we don't have anyone else in that position who's anywhere near good enough. He's the only option of a similar profile. If you look at all the elite teams, they all have an elite number 6 defensive midfielder. Amrabat is nowhere near the levels of a Rodri, Declan Rice.
I think he's a good player. I think he's a good squad player to have. I don't think we should look down on having, and the fight and it's the mentality. It's not you can't just put any player and say, go on, play number 6 at Man United. It's very difficult. And a lot of players will lose it because they don't have the mentality. What we saw from him yesterday is, was he nervous that he hasn't played a lot of football and he's starting in the FA Cup final against City? Absolutely not. Took it in his stride, felt nothing, was like, yeah, let's go. That is a big, I never saw no nerves from him. He was picking up the ball from Onana, not hiding. He didn't hide once. This guy took the responsibility.
That was going to be my question, Cam. That was going to be my thing. Sorry, Marcel. Was that you mentioned that it was because we don't have someone else to basically do what he does. That kind of gets into the question about buying him, doesn't it? Because if we don't have the money to buy that replacement this summer, is he a sort of lower cost alternative to not being able to bring someone else in, I suppose? Because we've got a limited budget still.
That needs to be one of the absolute top transfer priorities, because if you sort the midfield out, everything else becomes so much better around it. Look, Amrabat, he's okay, but he's never going to get much better than he is now, and I really don't see it. And I think also the other thing to mention is injuries. He's been injured for the majority of the time he's been here, which, given the state,
no, he hasn't. He hasn't.
He has so many injuries.
No, he hasn't. He hasn't been. He has not. Ten Hag just hasn't played him. He came back from AFCON, didn't even make the match day squads, not because of injury, just because Ten Hag didn't put him there. Literally, he has.
I'm sure if he was fit enough, he would have been on the bench, because it was just random kids.
He has not been injured. He had, I think, like a 2-week spell of injury, and obviously he missed the entire pre-season because he was on strike trying to join Manchester United. I think Man United should buy him. 20 million. You ain't gonna get a better backup option for that. I'm not saying he's a starter quality, but Casemiro has to be replaced. If United are gonna go out and spend 30 million on Yusuf Fofana, 50 million for 2 DMs don't sound too bad. It doesn't, and the quality is there. The thing is with Soufiane Amrabat is, if he had been given a fair run of games over the last 3 months, I think we would have seen a lot more of him. But we've only really got to see, I feel like Ten Hag started to implement his game plan for the FA Cup around that Newcastle fixture. when Amrabat came in, when that 4-4-2, the false nine, all of that kind of stuff, when he started playing it, Ten Hag was preparing for the FA Cup final. And if Casemiro had started yesterday, we talk about Amrabat not being able to run. Bro, Casemiro can't either, but nobody's been complaining about that for the last 2 seasons.
I've been incessant.
I've
been pointing it out every single time to so much happiness in the chat. And everyone else.
But Minnie, you are right. I'm just checking the injury history on Amrabat. He's only, according to the transfer market website, he's only missed 6 games this season. He's only been out for 30 days with injuries.
Cam, you started the show so well. You don't want to become the new Marcel, so I would. You know what I mean? Just be careful what you say, lad.
Yeah.
I think Amrabat. I think for me, I see it quite clear in terms of for where we are now. For where we are now, and in the squad, he can be a valuable player to have. For where we want the team to be, he can't be our starting midfielder, and I don't think people are suggesting that. He can't.
I agree.
He's not mobile enough. He can't pass forward, and when the stakes are higher in the Premier League, and you want to play the actual Erik ten Hag way and be more progressive on the ball, we need a 6 that not only is physical, but we need someone who can pass between the lines and play progressively. He can't do that. But what he can do, which you always need people like this in your squad, and this takes me to a McTominay. And I'm not saying like McTominay's a be-all and like give him a new deal. I'm not saying don't sell him if the money comes in. But what I'm saying is you need players within your squad at any given point, like 2 or 3, that are just like happy to carry out any instruction that the manager gives me. As long as the manager doesn't hang me out to dry and ask me to do things I can't do, if you give me a setup, I'll do you a job. And you need players like that. Whether with this year, it's been Johnny Evans, Amrabat, and McTominay. Really, that's you need. And when we've had to rely on those guys, they've done it. So you need something like that. And when we're not going to have enough money to fix multiple positions at a high level. So we must get a fullback for me, left back. But are Man United going to see that as an absolute, like, get a top one so that Luke Shaw becomes the second? I don't know. A 6, absolutely. Like, Kobe needs the perfect partner now. We have to go and get a top-notch, like, if that is a De Jong, I know it's not going to be actually him, but, like, someone who can play like that. Someone like a Paulinho attributes. Like, I know he's like 29 going on 30, I think, so you can't spend heavily on that or we'll be back to square one in 5 years. I get that. But that type, we need another striker. Absolutely. Can't have Højlund hung out to dry by himself. Wan-Bissaka, we need another centre half. Must starting centre half. Who's next? Do you know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
you're right. So Amrabat might not be a bad option because he's cheap, and for the next 2 years where we get some more thinking time, he can be in our squad. But we have to get a starting 6 though.
The manager said yesterday, I need, like, he said he needs squad depth. He said we didn't have enough squad depth. He said, now look, I've got luxury problems that I've needed. I've had options. We haven't had squad depth this whole season. And that's why even, you know, the things that we've been talking about, he says players make a mistake. I can't drop them because there's no one else for them to come in for. Even if they're on a bad performance, they still have to play. So he's even saying how we've been feeling. He hasn't been that honest. The other day, I don't know if you've seen the interview when he goes, Crystal Palace, we were shit. Have you seen that one? They
said it, today.
No, this guy.
Man United TV.
Yeah. But then the fact of the matter is, this guy has felt this way. He's just not been addressing it because it is not the time. Now it's the end of the season. He's really going to look at everything he's done wrong and try to get it right. A lot of people, even Jadon Sancho has a final in a few days. I hope he wins it just so we can raise the value. I just want the value. I'm not going to lie to you.
Absolutely.
Everyone thinks that Man United fans are going to be muted on the day that Jadon Sancho's playing the final. Well, we won our final anyway.
Well, I was just about to say that. What about that? I thought we were shit without Jadon Sancho and the jokes on Ten Hag. Back-to-back trophies.
Kenny brought up earlier on with the subs as well. And it was actually something that Ten Hag said, I think it was in the pre-match press conference when he talked about playing at the Etihad earlier on the season. He said, we played well for 70 minutes. And they said, well, then why did you lose? He went, well, they had a bench, we didn't. And you did see yesterday, in fairness, you know,
we had a bench.
If you can bring people, we did have a bench, we had people to bring on, and sometimes that can be the difference.
I agree.
And for squad depth, that's the key thing.
Flexy's just touched on it now when we're talking about finances. What we've not mentioned, we're in Europe. That's massive. That's massive from an FFP point of view. Absolutely massive. You're guaranteed another 3 full Old Trafford at £2.5 million each. Your sponsors, all of a sudden, your sponsors are happy. That's what it's about now. Is about getting your FFP money right, so we can replace an Amrabat. You can replace a Shaw if need be or whatever. But without, if you sit in 8th, 9th, 10th in the Premier League and you haven't got Europe, then your sponsors ain't happy. All of a sudden, the landscape has changed. Our transfer window's changed overnight. I mentioned the other week, you operate, any football club now in the Premier League operates on two spreadsheets. One spreadsheet with Europe, one spreadsheet without Europe, right? What they can do now is they can move from spreadsheet A to, spreadsheet B, spreadsheet A. All of a sudden, we're in Europe. The sponsors are happy. We've got more income. The fans are happy. You get more interaction with the fans. We've got more match day income. Right. We're not buying in now. We're buying in. We're not putting don't ring his agent. We're now ringing his, because all of a sudden we can now make the figures stack up. So when we talk about the Amrabats or the McTominays, it doesn't matter. It's all about what Eric Ten Hag, not so much Eric Ten Hag, it's a Wilcox, it's a Dan Ashworth, right? They're rubbing their hands, right? No, because all of a sudden they can do their job better. They can do their job better because they can bring better players in, because what should be happening now is that we have raised our income levels. We're going to reduce our expenditure levels because Varane's going. It's probably Casemiro going, Sancho going, Greenwood going. All of a sudden, you're taking at least
Martial's gone.
Exactly. You're talking £2 and £3 million a week in wages gone. So you add that to the money, the European money, and everything else, and all of a sudden we become a viable option with regards to going forward and buying some top players. Fantastic.
Let me get Marcel. I want to get your take on this, and I don't know if you know about the player that Ten Hag was talking to, that next young player, because he was having another one of those Ten Hag conversations. Just your thoughts. I want to know your thoughts on Ten Hag, his youth development, and just how he's talking to these players, because this is not a mistake. This is planned.
Yeah,
of course, yours.
Yeah,
bro.
this is deliberate. But this is deliberate, bro. This is who we are, though. So Ten Hag, I think, is I saw in the comments someone speaking about out the options of like Poch, Tuchel, or McKenna, and the reason why I would say McKenna is because he loves the club, in the sense of he knows what this club is about. Now, with Ten Hag, he's tried to go with his heart and learn about the club. And in our club, it's about reinventing yourselves from the academy, or promoting top academy talent. And the Toby Collier kid that you're speaking to, he plays the 6. He's part of the youth academy. He plays the 6. And I was going to speak to Amrabat. I tried to intercede at one point, just about because we was talking about Amrabat, and Amrabat could hopefully take that position of like the maybe senior 6 from Casemiro. Yes, it's going to be a drop down in terms of experience, but within the team, and within the system of how we're trying to play football, guys. It's like Amrabat knows what Ten Hag kind of wants. And then if you got someone like Toby there, who I think, like you said, it's extremely deliberate what he's doing in terms of those conversations, trying to get them familiar with potentially an opportunity that they could be grasping in the next season. I think Dan Gore, funny enough that, you got your bars regarding it and the rhyme with it, but he's also a fantastic player, bro. He's really, really good. I really like Dan Gore in terms of what he brings to a team, energy, dynamic footballer. But, these two players, I really wanted Maxi Olidelli in there, but Ten Hag seems like Toby's the one that could do it. And he, I think potentially we need to get somebody in terms of saving money, financial side of the game for us, because we're in a difficult situation financially. Promoting somebody next season like Toby could be the answer. And then if you get maybe a top level player in, like a João Neves, I know you was saying, Flex, that it's going to be difficult for us to maybe buy top level assets, because just the money's not going to be there. But maybe if you do, absolutely, break the bank to get a João Neves from Benfica, it's going to be expensive, but that's your top level player with Amrabat, who another squad role player that you've been mentioning, Flex, all this season in terms of Scott being a squad role. I think you do have to keep him. He's going to be a really squad role player, maybe Amrabat in that ilk as well. And I think you have to keep Evans. I know a lot of people saying you might have to let him go, but I would still keep Johnny Evans for next season as well, as just someone in the squad role. The free market this season, we're going to have to use. Ross Barkley, someone that potentially is there in the free market.
Yeah, I like
Tosin,
him.
Going to Villa, I think.
Yeah, Tosin is from Fulham, somebody in the free market that we have to look at, you know. And so all these things, KG, are really important. But again, I love when I see this, you know, that we're part of our culture and our DNA, which is promoting the youth players. We've got the best record for that, I think, you know, especially in the Premier League of you know, youth academy players always playing. It's just so good to see. So yeah, I think that Toby is going to be a really good player for us. And if Ten Hag can integrate him in there, then, you know, Kobe's got his partner, you know, that can potentially, you know, develop alongside him in and around the same age. But again, with Kobe as well, we have to be patient. You know, he's going to make mistakes next season. Don't get on his back. Leave him alone. Let him make the mistake. Understand that it's part of his process, you know, but we still need to, at the same time, give him as much exposure to those difficult moments and those big stages.
Solid. Yeah. Can I ask Minna one more question? Sorry. I'm just on some midfield thing right now. Is it too late? Wait,
no.
Chats is crazy.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Let's get to the super chats. Let me read your super chats and then ask Minna the question.
Yeah.
Just remember the question. Don't forget. JM says, "Yo, Cam, Dexter's lab wants his glasses back." Didi and that.
They're full of them specials as well.
That was a wicked cartoon. Alex, Cartoon Network. Alex says, topic for the team. With Bruno asking for assurances from the club, I have a theory that Bruno asks Sir Jim and co to bring De Gea back. Thoughts? I don't think that's going to happen. Shenanigan says, Ten Hag is not Ineos's man. Their process is as if they have no manager and are interviewing to see who is the best candidate. It may very well turn out to be Ten Hag, but they are trying to be thorough.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. That's a good way of putting it, where people are saying they shouldn't even think that it should just be him anyway. But yeah, Yo-Yo says, I keep forgetting it's not Lil Yo-Yo anymore. It's the same guy, but he's just taken out Lil.
Grown up.
He's grown up, mate. Yeah, he's just Yo-Yo now. Big up. He says, hands up if you want a trophy, definitely us. You all laughed at me for owning an Amrabat shirt. Ineos have a tough decision to make this summer. They do. Andy, my good friend Nemesis, who asked me for some advice in life, is back today. So
he doesn't like you.
He doesn't like it. And I will take it all on the chin. Andy says, Flex, you're the problem. Still can't find the balance. I am the problem at Man United. Flex is a problem. You still can't find the balance when we lose. You're negative when we win. When we win, we're the best team since sliced bread. Just control your emotions, please. The latter bit of what you said, I don't believe I'm the problem, but controlling my emotions, I find it hard. Like we
I like the way he said, "Control your emotions" in all caps. In all caps.
And said, please. ask politely. So he started off, I'm the problem. I'm the reason why Man United are bad. And asked me to control my emotions.
Control your emotions.
I'll work at that. I'll work to be a better man.
That's out of order, personally.
Of course it
is.
Bro.
Yeah, it is.
No, JKG, this is Andy, bro. This is
he hates Flex.
Yeah. Well, I hear it though, but come on, man. Anyway, I'll choose.
No, but you gotta take Andy with, like, he talks madness, but like it's the thing. It's like ongoing thing. Like,
okay. Cool.
Also, Andy, I was at Wembley yesterday. Where was you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because he said he was going to pull up. He said, I'll be there. She Loves United says, I became a United fan in the summer 2018. These two trophies are the first trophies I got to see live. No matter what happens, will forever for Eric Ten. Will love forever. Will forever for Eric Ten Hag. Love Eric Ten Hag for that. Smiles OKR. Where's that gone? There you go. It says the squad is bigger than the first 11. We need depth. City have at least 3 squads. That's why they dominate. Oh, yeah. Let me go back. Hold on. There you go. Tok says, is Amrabat our new Nicky Butt? I mean, people draw parallels saying, you know, you got to understand your place in the squad and you could be that guy. Nicky Butt did achieve a lot, though, man. He was a good player. Phil Neville. Yeah. These guys, John O'Shea, people like that, like they fill in and know their role. They're top players. 100%. Andy is back. Says, question for Marcel. Ineos to go for McKenna, Tuchel, or Poch?
Yeah, McKenna, because like I was saying before, in terms of, you know, he loves the club, McKenna. So I think he'll understand the demands. We need to get the wingers, you know, attacking into the spaces. We need to, at some point, play from the halfway line. But all of them is going to be a long process, and you're pressing the reset button, which I just would be a horrible idea. So, and then Tuchel maybe has the Champions League experience, but and maybe he's better dealing with the egos of the players once we get the better quality of players. But it would be for me just McKenna, because I know he loves this club. He's gonna always try and do it from the right perspective for me. So
yeah,
but Ten Hag first, always Ten Hag first, please.
Thank you.
Red Baron says, De Jong, here we go, part 56. Yeah, we can't handle that. We can't handle that from a couple of summers ago. Smiles OKR says, the squad is bit. Oh no, I read that one because I skipped a few. So now I'm back to Biff's. Biff says, the only true number 6 we had was Pogba. And Panda says, did y'all see the comment? The moment between Eric Ten Hag and Toby Collier, which is what Marcel's talking about. Does Cam know much about him? Eric Ten Hag did the same with Garnacho and Kobe. Do you know much about him, Cam?
Nope, absolutely nothing.
I like that though. Just admit it. Don't try and freestyle and say, yeah. Say no, I don't. You know what I mean? KG's done the same thing. We should break the bank for Anthony. Don't know if he's fast. I said he's this, he's that. Break the bank. Just don't know. Andy says, Flex, Romano.
You should have used the Bellingham one. Well, I said I've never seen him play, but I would have signed him. That would have been
that was the Dortmund one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Flex Romano / Ornstein says Ten Hag's still likely to go.
I went to check for that. I went to check.
I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that. Yeah, I haven't seen that. The only update from anything today, really, there's a bit from Carve from Sky Sports, basically saying that Ten Hag wants his future at Manchester United cleared up as quickly as possible. Like all managers, he has made a few mistakes, but overall, he believes he's done a very good job in an extremely difficult circumstance. He's going on holiday with the feeling that he is the best man for the job. He wants a quick decision because he wants to be working and winning trophies at United or another club if he's not wanted at Old Trafford next season. United will start a review of the season this week. No decision or action will happen before that review is complete. But from Ten Hag's point of view, he's the right man for the job and he wants everything resolved quickly.
KG, before you ask that question to Minna, I'm just going to encourage everybody to like the video because we are just over 500 likes away from 2K. If we can get 2K likes on 2 sets of videos today, we did it on the morning show. We got 2K likes on the morning show. And on the way out, we'll do the same thing again. Europa League theme tune will play on the way out. Yeah, it's loaded in. We did it this morning. Yeah. Oh, we've got to make a new one. Don't worry about that.
No, we're never going to make it better.
No, we make it no.
Oh, that's off the top,
Chelsea. Doesn't matter.
It'll probably have the same soundtrack. It'll just be updated.
Slightly different lyrics.
Yeah, the graphics. Yeah.
So yeah, please do like the video so we can get to 2,000 likes before we finish off because we're nearly done. Yeah, the question for Minna, KG.
Yeah, I just want to hear Minna's thoughts on the manager, and like just I don't know, like what you're hoping for next season. Now that obviously you was upset with him, you wanted him out and stuff. What you say?
My thoughts on the manager. What, on the whole season or just yesterday or just
like
everything? Taking everything into. Yeah, where do we go from here? Okay.
Where do we go from here?
Where do we go from here? I wish we saw more of this bitchy Ten Hag that we saw yesterday after the FA Cup. The comments, you know, talking to the media, the backing himself. A lot of the, obviously, leading up to the FA Cup, I think it wasn't ideal, all the news that was surrounding him. So a lot of the questions in press conferences was surrounding that. I feel like had he been a lot more bitchier and been backing himself a lot more, like saying, "Oh, I'll be here next season, don't worry," you know, I would have liked that. You know, yesterday he got it right. Tactics wise, he got it right. I'm not gonna lie, for me, the most emotional part of the game, obviously winning and all of that stuff, when the final whistle, when Lisandro Martinez came and picked him up and then started how's he grabbing up his manager like this from the collar? He's like, so he's grabbing him like that. And then he went over, he shook Pep's hand, and you know what? Where's my shirt? I don't have a shirt, but I'm gonna hold it up, guys. You got a new member of the Ten Hag Defense League. I'm gonna hold
it. Joe Blackman's punching the air right now. Oh shit! He's a new member. We signed it. Yo, we didn't
let him stay, man. Let him stay for the year. Let him stay. Listen, what's the worst that can happen for 1 year? What's the worst?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, I knew. I thought, let me just ask Minna the question as well. Oh, that's brilliant. What a recruit.
That is brilliant.
What recruit? I don't know. Wait, hold on. Cam, were you? Oh, Cam always likes the manager.
He always said.
Hold on. Just there, Kenny. Gotta ask him. Kenny,
Yeah.
you said a lot about the manager of this season. We've been on many a full view.
Exactly, but no, there is no. I don't see an alternative. I don't see a better alternative. That's the one I want to say. I do not see a better alternative. I don't want a Pochettino. I don't want a Tuchel. I don't want a Zerba. I don't want somebody with the club sacked 2 years ago either than McKenna. I want McKenna in 2 years' time. I don't want him there. Let McKenna go and prove his worth at a bigger club. Then bring him back. We cannot risk. And I've told you, I said it early on, Ineos, your honeymoon period is over. It is over. Right, you make a mistake and get rid of Eric Ten Hag, and you bring a new manager in from day one of the season. You will be judged. You will be judged severely by these fans.
Right. And this guy's won. Some people. I think someone's worked out that he's won a title. He's won a trophy for the last 5 years.
Every year since 2018-19
So when he's telling you guys,
this is what I do.
When he says I win trophies, everyone's got to wake up and look at that. And I know people, this is the bar that everyone keeps saying, yeah? They keep saying, and this is the one that has been annoying me a little bit. Don't base it off one game. They said this guy hasn't got tactics. This guy went toe-to-toe with Manchester City. Guardiola had to try and change his tactics to do something about what you're seeing. And he kept making these subtle changes to make us more like malleable, more like on it in the final. So you're telling me that is the top level. Pep is in the presser saying, I got it wrong. I couldn't go. What I planned to do, it didn't work. And he tried. It's not like he didn't try. He tried to change it. Some people are foolish. Some people are doing a foolishness saying that we only won the game for the first half. No, there's a second half of football, and we lost a lot of games being 3-0 up. So don't give me that crap about we only lost the game in the second. No, these guys followed the game plan to the end, to the T. Don't try it. And then after what he does, he has the humility to say it's all about the players. But I'm telling you now, if we do sack him, he will do what he said. He'll go somewhere else and win trophies. Absolutely. So right now, I don't want to hear no McKenna talk. I don't want to hear no other manager talk. Let this manager build. Let this manager, if he's going to be bringing through the young players like this, we're actually seeing young players get into the first team and have real careers. Garnacho's career started last season as a sub. He's scoring. Bro, we had 2 teenagers scoring the final. Make that make sense.
From Carrington, through the academy.
From Carrington. So let's really understand what's going on here. When you're saying you're looking here, look at the whole thing. Look at Garnacho's growth, look at Kobe's growth, and look at him talking to them direct. That picture should stay in your mind. He told him, and even if you go back, so you think, just one game. No, he told Kobe last season, next final, you will be there.
Literally called it. That's
next final, remember this moment and think about this because you'll be dead. And he has the moment with them on the pitch. Let's not do that. Let's not say it's one game because it's not one game. This man has been managing and he's been trying. Things have not gone his way. But right now, we're locked in, fam. That's got to be the manager. Ineos, don't you dare.
Yeah, I do hope that. I do hope that you saw yesterday. I mentioned this on the morning show today that you saw Sir Jim sitting there with Avram Glazer, but behind him was Sir Alex sitting next to Sir Dave Brailsford. And I do wonder if, Sir Alex does lean over to Jim Ratcliffe and go, look, I was in a bit of a similar situation myself where it was kind of one game and I was going to, if I didn't get something positive out of it, I was going to lose my job. And I think that, I mentioned it this morning because, look, I've criticised the manager this season and I still do stand by some of the criticisms because I do think he has deserved it at points this season with, tactically and stubbornness with certain players and what have you. And to Minna's point earlier on of going, could we have not, shifted because of the injuries a few games before we did? But just looking at, we went into the game, KG, we spoke about this a lot, didn't we? Saying it's not just about the result, it's about the manner of the performance. It's about everything. It's not just about the outcome. It's about the performance of the players, the tactics, the general feeling, the atmosphere with the fans and what have you. And when you take into account all of that, it's not even, again, comparable to Louis van Gaal when he got sacked. Louis van Gaal beat Crystal Palace, in extra time or something like that, wasn't it? That was a mid-table Crystal Palace side. We beat the best team, arguably, in the world and deserved to yesterday as well. So that's the manner part of it. And I think now, look, the decision when those reports came out, whether or not they're true or accurate, park that to one side. But it was already very divisive because there were people that were saying, give him more time, it's not the right decision. There were some people that were saying, no, it is the right decision. But that decision, if they were to sack him now, not only is it going to become more divisive, it's just flat out unpopular at this point. And to Kenny's point earlier on, like, then what foot are you starting off on for Ineos to have any kind of fan support? And then if you were going to bring in another manager, what kind of job would they be stepping into in the first place? I don't know. If they didn't win a trophy next season, they should be out of the job because the precedent would have been set.
And you know what you're saying. And there's a key thing. Sorry, you know how he rebranded Ollie's time or everyone else's time? You're not gonna believe the Ten Hag rebrand when he goes. Oh, we're gonna act like he didn't lose a single game. We're gonna forget the goal difference. All we're gonna say is three finals. All we're gonna say is 3 finals, 2 trophies. That's all you're gonna hear. That's all you're gonna hear. Because Ralph Ragnick, his rebrand for the 10 minutes or 15 minutes of football he played against Palace, and he's a genius.
Surgery. Yeah.
Open heart surgery and 15 minutes of good football at Crystal Palace. He's a genius. Never should have got rid of him. Let's see what happens.
Oh my God. That is the fan angles that we propose.
Correct. Yeah,
and then the revisionism gets strong in it.
It's gonna be
what I mean. Yeah. Omar says that we got him from Brighton. I think is that the youngster.
Yeah,
he's talking about we got him from Brighton. Okay, so interesting to see. Let's see pre-season. Let's see how involved he is. Let's have a look at him. Craig says our poor season's still on the coach. We played the false 9 in pre-season with Sancho up top. When the season started, he switched it up. Now in the end, it won us the trophy. Gave Amrabat a run only at the end. And these are the things where, again, like you said, this is a learning curve for Ten Hag as well. Managers can make mistakes on their road to success. Like, that's part of it. You learn things. You learn players that you can trust, learn players that you can't trust. You learn things about yourself. I've been really stubborn here. I need to adapt this. I need to do that. And there are some things that you won't buckle on, which actually you stick by. And then in the end, it does transpire. It's a mixture of all of them things. So I've definitely learned that from seeing this Ten Hag thing. Because Owen's right. I think some of the criticism that we have had for Ten Hag was absolutely justified. And just like it has been for Rashford, just like it has been for the players at certain, like it's been justified.
And if he stays next season, if he does other stuff, then again, you're allowed to criticize that. That's another learning point this season that we've also got to be like, forget this, like, you know, staunchly back. I get back in the manager, don't get me wrong. And I didn't think we were going to win the cup yesterday. And I'm really happy that we did. But at the same time, it's like, we can't say that he hasn't made mistakes this season, because he has. There have been mitigating circumstances, and there have been circumstances that are beyond his control. And that's when you get into, I suppose, the level of how strong you want to go with your criticism. But he has made mistakes. But at the very least yesterday, he has bought himself more time. How could he have not bought himself more time?
You have to be balanced.
Absolutely.
You have to be balanced.
You do. K-Flow says, Marcel deserves all the flowers. I remember a couple last full views when he was banging on about counter-attack. Get Eric Ten Hag another year. Ten Hag Defense League. And that was always going to be the best way to play against City. 100%. We just can't do anything else. So we're just glad that he did it. 100%. And Marcel been calling the process, he's been saying it. Like, when taking licks against Palace. I'm okay, guys. Like, I understand. This is just part of the process. So everyone else can, you know, throw the toys out the pram and burn it all down, but it's fine. We'll get our play. Like, he has said that consistently in our darkest moments. I've been there with him saying it. We've all seen it. Yeah. Andy says, KG, you're naive. Ineos don't care. Will do what they want.
That's fair, Chris.
Yeah. And Joffrey C says, breaking news: Ten Hag Defense League have signed Queen Minna for 1 year for $125 million. Big contract for Minna.
Yeah, big contract.
Yeah. Shyam says, how's KG the comedian making sense? Love it. I love that you're making sense. Yeah.
Tier 9.
Big, yeah. 100% tier 9.
Yeah.
Ed says, Obi Mina took photos with Saeed, then signs to KG. And Don F says, okay, I changed my mind. Give him more time until May 2026 and some new players. Let's see. There you go. Don F, there's another one as well. We didn't quite hit 2K, but it's been a fantastic show. Everybody's got into it. It's been unbelievable. K-Flow, another super chat says, Marcel, the quality of the players, guys. Did say that as well. Did say that. There's a lot of Marcel quotes to be quoted this season. We need to put them on some t-shirts and some mugs and that, to be honest, because he's dropped some bangers. Yeah, we didn't quite get to 2K. But listen, it's been a fantastic show. Another super chat just there. Super Pierce says, conspiracy. Ineos leaked the news to destabilize the team and will make it easier to sack him if United lose. They already knew that the majority of fans knew what the majority of fans think. Why no backing through the pressure? I don't know. I don't know. I think that's a big conspiracy theory.
Chelsea
I
did
just
it.
think
Chelsea did it. That's the conspiracy.
I'm on
they
that.
wanted
Chelsea definitely did it.
To secure Europa League football, they did it, and then obviously it backfired, and now they're in Europa Conference League playoffs. And you want to talk about money? That's a big difference. A lot of money on the line.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, big up. I will say this, guys. KG's channel, he's reached 40k the other day. Massive support for him. Big up to him. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. The link is in the video description below. Minna Football, 100%. She's doing her thing on her channel as well. Her link is in the video description below as well. Make sure you go follow her channel. Owen Wrestle News 365. If you're into your wrestling, or if you're not and you just want to know what Owen does away from here, go and check out his channel as well. 100%. Cam, I know you're doing your TikToks at times as well. Make sure you guys check out Cam on TikTok doing his breakdowns. Summer. Kenny, not on all that social media malarkey. He's going bowls.
King of the bowls.
King of the bowls.
Did you win that? Wait, did he win that final? Did you win that one? Because you know you had a.
Finals.
He always wins in finals. He's got literally, instead of this, it's just lower. It's just like, yes, yes, yes.
Kenny, I'll bring me trophies next time. I'll show him my trophies next time.
Show us your medals, lad. Show us your medals, lads. 100%.
More trophies than Arteta.
Yeah.
And Marcel, just check him out on the socials. He's becoming a bit of a king. He's everywhere. He's becoming a bit of king on X for philosophical quotes, big insights, big important opinions. Check him out. You can find him here. You can find him on Minna's channel when he does stuff there. You can find him on Sai's channel when he's there. Just follow Marcel to find out where he's at. Just keep doing that. And of course, make sure you're locked into United View. Subscribe to the channel like you guys have done, and smash a like, guys. Big up. We'll see you again what day is it? Tomorrow. Oh, tomorrow. Owen, take us away. Peace.
Yeah.
Rewind. Shameless.
United in the Europa League. Europa League. We tell them one time and we say Europa.